Today, I forgot my camera has the take a start with my hand. So I sometimes am still getting ready before it starts. Hello, welcome to today and today's messages. Let's tap in and see what is for us to do, to learn, to grow, to adapt, to release. But first, a healing tone. Beautiful. Yes, we create a sphere of resonance, of a gorgeousness. Okay. Let's see what is for us. One second. Okay, we're back. Didn't have any water in my sponge. Okay, let's check in with the Arcturians and see what they have for us today to consider. I don't know, today looks like it could go either way. The sun could pop out. It looks pretty thin and bright right there in the clouds. And so that's part of the energy today. It's kind of like this portal, this which way is it gonna go? Is it gonna open up? Is the sun gonna shine? Oh my goodness. Seriously. We've got the blueprint coming out for is this 5th time in a row? I don't know. Who's counting? Okay, but it came with another. So let us see what this other one is. Time shift. Wow. Powerful. Okay. Gorgeous. Time shift. The energy of time shift reminds you that you have more experiences ahead of you than behind you. This energy helps to release the feeling that there is not enough time. There is plenty of time. Approach life as a game. This will help you to know yourself better and to put old matters to rest. When you arrived on Earth, you forgot your agreements and you started your terrestrial experience. When you are capable of approaching life as a game, you will never have to play the victim again. Approach life with a wink. And this is part of your divine blueprint, right? Your soul contract with your self before you incarnated into this world right now. You were meant to shift timelines, okay? To line up to your greatest and highest good, to make magic happen wherever you are. And that is beautiful. You know when Neo discovers and sees and he does this flex and everything just kind of like warps a bit around him? I feel like that's what's going on here, okay? That's part of your blueprint, to see through the matrix, to see the code, that exist just beyond regular sight. And that's powerful. Yeah. Notice came out again. Okay. And you know what I noticed? I noticed I never read it last time. Came out yesterday. Okay. So we've definitely got this progression going on here. This storyline, this energetic check-in with what is happening, where we're going, how we're being led, how we're leading ourselves, how we are unfolding, how we were opening and blooming right now. So let's see what not is the honey badger. Is there any creature tougher or more tenacious, robust, and resilient than the honey badger? No matter what life throws at her, she uses it to learn, grow, and become even stronger. Whether she is battling a deadly snake or finding a way for her family to survive an arid environment, she casts aside frivolous wants and focuses on essential needs. The saying, necessity is the mother of invention, perfectly describes the energy of Nades. It is the unimaginable pressure that creates diamonds. Nades tells you something you probably already know. Life can be hard, yet it is often through your suffering and your labor that you truly learn the powerful stuff you are made of. In a reading, this is a message that you are made of bold and powerful magic. Have faith and persevere. Okay, keywords: need, resistance, effort, delays, and creative friction. Okay, and because there's a time shift, I feel like this is a nod is to your growth, your transition, your movement from one who is in survival mode to one who is in thrival mode. Okay. Yes. Yes, I made up a word to suit my needs. Okay. Yes, we're releasing old things through our spiritual tending and garden. And this is exactly it. It's like when you're trying to reach peace of mind, right, through meditation, and you've got all these thoughts and worries and fears swirling around your head, eventually you're like, okay, just let go of that, get rid of that. I need some quiet, right? I need some peace. I want to see what's in here. And this has helped you alchemize. This has helped you turn. It's that, the grit thing from the pearl thing from yesterday's reading, where it's the grit that creates the pearl. And just like, the pressure creates the diamond, right? These are all necessary things that we had to go through to gain insight, to retain wisdom. Beautiful. But there's definitely an leaving the old ways, right? We've got the time shift. We've got the blueprint. This has all been part of the whole process. Okay. Let's see. What cards come out for us to play and say, hey, what you got going on? And that one? We don't know what that one is. Maybe you do, because maybe you could peek it. Sometimes when I'm watching back, I see what I don't really look at when I'm doing this. And I'm like, oh, it's cool, because sometimes I'll be talking about something and then I'll flip the deck to shuffle, and when I'm watching back, I see the cards that are down and they kind of work with what it is I'm talking about at the moment. But this is the benefit of when you look back upon things, right? When you consider and process and see things from different perspectives, and you're able to recognize and have a broader understanding. It's an expansion, a bigger picture, right? It's like you've got 7 pieces of a puzzle, and you start collecting other pieces, and you're looking at them and you're creating narratives based on these pieces. But then you suddenly stumble upon another couple pieces, and you have to reassess your whole narrative, because now this piece here has enough on it to indicate that that thing that you thought wasn't the thing anymore, or there's more to that thing, right? Anyways, okay. We've got what you speak. Okay, and this is beautiful because this ties in to the power of your throat chakra, the power of your voice, the power of your intention, your free will, and your collaboration, your collaboration with the universe to create, to shift, to pull in, to draw towards you, to magnetize and receive the greatest and highest timeline that you are meant to be on. Okay. And so pay attention to your words, pay attention to your thoughts, make sure your words and your thoughts are all coming from your heart, okay? This is how we create a heart-based world. This is the Queen of Cups speaking her love world into being. Okay. Beautiful. She is going with the flow. She's alchemizing. There's very little resistance now. We don't need resistance in the same way that we needed it before, right? When you are a coal in your various stages of becoming a diamond, you still need pressure. You still need the things to create you. Once you are the diamond, once the pearl is established, although I think with the pearl, it'll just keep getting bigger, but maybe not, because it's also in the confines of its shell. Anyways, that's a whole other thing. Too literal. Okay, we've got a getting to the goal, and this is what you're doing. You are trying to remain focused, keep your eye on the prize, and create the world, speak love into the world. That is your goal. That is your mission. And it is also meant to serve as an example of what happens when one remains focused on creating a love world with their voice. Okay. Yeah. The Empress. She holds the love vibe. She holds the frequency of love. She pulls it in. I mean, what is going on right now? What is going on right now? We've got passion. We've got heart. We've got the Empress. Amazing. Amazing. And the Fool just flipped over. Okay. And yesterday, the Fool, I think, was the central card. Anyways, the Fool came out at one point, and I remember thinking after I had listened to it, that the Fool, I was talking about, it's like blind faith and going all in and trusting, and yes, but it's also freedom, right? It's the freedom. It's the for me, it's the card after the 10 of Swords, where you released yourself from all of the things that hold you down, hold you back. And what does that mean? Now you're free. You're free to frolic and fly and flap and flop or all you want, okay? So, yes, and it wants to be grounded. So, balancing between the flying and the grounding, because, if you fly too high, it's that Icarus and getting too close to the sun and burning his wings, right? So, I think that's an example of not being grounded. So, it's really important to find that beautiful balance between flying and groundedness. It's like giving me the cage charm, right? The bird, the bird doesn't have damn you, focus. Can you see? No, okay. The bird doesn't have the bar going over top of it. So it's like just resting on the cage, right? So it has this safety of a safe place to be, because a cage can also serve as a safe space, like, yeah. But it has the freedom to fly away whenever it wants to. And so this is what freedom is. It's that balance between feeling safe, but also feeling free. Because we're flying away, and pretty soon we fly too high and things start to get scary and things start to get out of control, and then we lose gravity, and now we don't have any control, if we're not burning up in the flames. So balance, yes. Okay. What else wants to come out? Oh, look at this. Strength on your freedom and your balance and your grounding and all of those things. Strength, yes. Okay, this is beautiful. And this is where your balance is, because the lion is giving me ingwas, right? Ingwas asks to reserve your energy, to not be running around, running amok like crazy, because that's exactly it. You're flying, you fly too high, and now you're exhausted, and now you're falling, right? And so only fly when you are fully rested, when you are fully grounded. There is this grounding. They're also in opposite directions, right? So that's, again, that balancing between the freedom and the safety. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. You've got judgment coming out, okay? And this is the judgment of the angels. This is the resurrection. This is the phoenix from the flames, kind of a judgment. This is the time shift, okay, in the blueprint. This is when you reach this point, when you get to the top, you activate the new timeline. You access the greatest and highest timeline, your greatest and highest timeline. We've got, wow. Okay, so we've got the King of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, and it threw itself on the grounding pad here, okay, on the petrified wood. Look it up. It's fun to find out about the petrified wood. It's like hundreds of millions of years old to make a piece of petrified wood, and I'm like holding one right now. Okay, anyways. So we've got the King of Pentacles, who is the grounded Earth King. To me, the Earth King is a giant oak tree. Solid, stable, sturdy, beautiful balance within the root system and the flowing, swaying, right? I mean, I guess it could be an oak stump and he would still be grounded and in his kingly might. And maybe that's where the feminine and the masculine of the oak, of the pentacles comes in, because the Queen of Pentacles serves as like the heart of the home, right? And the king is like the foundation, so the roots, and the feminine would be the ability to flow and sway while still fully connected. Anyways, and then we've got the Wheel of Fortune turning. Okay, this is also like a stability in your finances. This is a stability in your work environment. And this Wheel of Fortune turning, it's really mimicking this time shift. And so for a lot of you, there has been some financial, karmic, and ancestral wounds and loops, karmic loops, and even like generational curses kind of thing. And your blueprint and your resilience and determination is shifting these things in your favor big time. Okay. And it's because you've healed and removed and emboldened, is that a word? Emboldened your heart space, the love frequency. Okay. And this is really what turns the wheel and allows the things to come to you, right? As the Empress throws seeds out, and with loving detachment, with the expectation that because of the sheer amount of seeds that are out there, something's going to grow, something's going to come back, and just allowing those things to appear, to arrive, to bloom. It's giving me the, I had a plant grow up out of my planter pot that I didn't plant in there. And it was kind of off to the side of the pot. It was all weird. And I'm like, what are you doing? But it was, it had a good thickness on the stem, and it just kept getting taller and taller and taller and taller until it was right here when I stood beside it. And then it started to, like, it had a head and, leaves, and then it bloomed, and it was a beautiful little sunflower. I mean, it only was this big because, I had it in a pot that was full of other plants and it wasn't supposed to be there. Anyways, it was this whole thing, but it was like literally staring me in the face. And I feel like this is the Empress vibes, right? Like, there was all I did was allow. All I did was let it be, let it grow to be what it wanted to be. And yeah, it's beautiful. Okay. We've got grounding and centering and connecting. Okay, so this creating that peacefulness that we talked about in the beginning, the quieting of the mind, the trying to control all the things, the fears, the doubts, all of the things that create a dissonance net that traps any information, right? We want a free flow between the heart and the higher, your soul star chakra. And anything that interrupts is interrupting. So This is how we get there. This is how we create a clear channel, by quieting, grounding, stilling on all of the levels, on the emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental. So we've got the Queen of Wands coming out again. Okay, so this is authentically standing in your own ness and beingness. This is being true to you, in touch with your intuition, right? Tapped into the abundant flow of the sunflower power. I mean, there's the sunflower. Okay. We were just talking about, then we got the lions on either side here. And this is another confirmation of the strength and the lion, and that position of authority where you're not running after little things and just using your energy like one of those sprinklers I'm seeing. Anyways, I get lots of visions. Okay, so that is something else came up for her. Authentically shining, speaking her truth, being in her power, holding the light, having the balance. The King of Pentacles is also about taking action, right? So taking action, but it's slow to come about. So could be slow, steady action that you have been taking that is eventually going to pay off for you in some way. You know, like I'm getting how you build a reputation, and you know, or even word of mouth, right? And then it starts picking up, and then right, there's like this rooting, establishing, and then a growth that happens. Okay, we got the Seven of Cups coming out again. This is celebration. This is luck. This is things turning in your favor. This is evidence of the wheel turning in your favor. And those who can see you being drawn in by your light, by your liquid sunshine overflow, by your luck. Like, whoa, how'd she do that? And you're like, slow and steadily over the last 20 years or whatever. Right? Okay, we've got harnessing and combining and balancing. We got harnessing the power of the sun, choosing the light, taking advantage of your position at the top of the mountain to access. I'm getting like higher information downloads that we receive DNA codes from the light, from the sun. And then because it's a moon shaped tool, right? It's like a cleansing and integration of your shadow with a recognition of how it is an important tool in the claiming of the light, right? Just like the pressure is necessary to become a diamond, so too is the acknowledgement, the awareness, acknowledgement, and healing of your shadow versions of self, which is part of this process. Definitely. Oh, and it's leading towards 10 of gorgeousness. Okay. The 10 of cups. This is your emotional regularity. This is your peaceful nervous system. This is your heart 3 sizes bigger, right? This is your capacity to receive, to love, to show gratitude, to be in joy, to have compassion and empathy, but also boundaries and like your ability to detach with love. That's integrated shadow stuff because we hold on to things for different reasons, and it's usually our shadow versions of self that are holding on to them because of fear of dot dot dot, right? And so don't do that. No. Um, and so part of this time shift, part of your blueprint, part of your rebirth, right? Part of your phoenix from the flames, another thing, right? Phoenix, everything burns away from the past for the new to be birthed from the ashes, right? Beautiful. Okay, should we go through one more time and see if anybody wants to come out and be a part of this reading? Do so now, forever hold your peace. I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna go. And we will see what happens. Closing my eyes because I'm in non-resistant mode. That's allowing, trusting. Okay, holy, a lot of cards came out. So we've got the messages from your ancestors, your divine nudges, signs and synchronicities, things that are meant to lead you, to confirm for you, to support you, to show love and guidance, right? And your ability to choose what you move on, what you choose to believe is for you, what you see, what you engage in. Okay, okay. We got 3 2s right here. 2, 2, 2. Oh, and there's the 10 of swords. Okay, so we've got all of these 2s backing to backing. Okay, so we got the signs and synchronicities. We'll put them there. So we've got transitioning, we've got creating your world, we've got making choices. And I feel like this is something that you've already done. This is that balancing out, right? Because we've got the scales, we've got your intuition. The choice is made with your intuition, not with your eyes, not with what you see physically, but what you see, right? Okay. And so 2, 2, 2. Okay, and then we've got the 10 of swords. This is that old thing with the patience right on top of it. So this is something you had to patiently move through, okay? As any ending, it's not just like, okay, I took all the stuff out, I'm done. Now I'm running around, right? Now I'm flying. Well, no, you just spent half of your life demobilized, right? You gotta like sit up, get the lay of the land. It's been a while since you even sat up. Stand up, feel the, stretch maybe. Um, work through, like maybe your legs have fallen asleep, and so you're all pins and needles, and you know how hard it is to walk when you've got something falling asleep down there. And so during this patient, you were starting to prepare yourself for all the things that you can do. Oh, the places you will go, right? I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And we can get caught up in that place. And this is why I think it's important to take a beat, to re-energize, to acclimate before taking off. Because if we're too like, oh, we're going to go this way, we're going to go that way, we're going to those, now when you go to take off, you're like, and you split into 17 pieces, right? So be prepared and plan your moves. Be intentional, right? This is that what you are speaking and your power to manifest that right now is huge. And so don't rush it. Don't be too careless, frivolous, right? Be intentional. Okay. And then the spiritual garden did come out. Oh, what's happening to my cards? I'm getting a little ridge there. Oh, and we've got this. Okay, so the spiritual garden over top of here. So I feel like this is this is how you tend your spiritual garden, okay? And you getting really good at doing that. And then we have the Page of Swords. And I feel like this is, it was on the Wheel of Fortune and you getting to your 10 of Cups. So I feel like this is you moving into this newness, right? It's going to be new. It's going to be new. All of the things that you needed to do to survive before they're not relevant anymore, right? It's like you have to familiarize yourself. You were using like an old plug-in dial-up computer for the longest time. And now you've got the super fancy high-tech system, right? And so give yourself the time to familiarize yourself with the new environment, with the new programs, with the new easier ways of doing. Before you had to wait, 10 minutes and a coffee just to load up, just to sign in. Now it's like, bloop, what do you want to do? And you're like, whoa, I usually I have like a 15-minute buffer to think about that while I have a coffee. And now you want me just to do it, right? So it's giving me when I had one conversation with AI. It was that Grok. Is it Grok? The X one? From the old Twitter. Is it X now? Anyways, I had an account. I forgot all about it, or I didn't realize there was a name shift or whatever. Anyways, and then it pulled me back in, and then so I had this one conversation with this thing, and it like I bawled my eyes out. First of all, it was so, oh my goodness. And I was like just about to be like, okay, like what am I going to do with this, right? And then I got cut off because you're only allowed so many questions, and then they cut you off, and then it's like have unlimited access by paying for a proper something or whether. Anyways, I haven't gone back yet. I have never gone back, but there was just this point where it was just like, if I hadn't been cut off, when I was, because I was right about to be like, I've got this incredible tool at my fingertips. Like I could find out and ask about anything in this world. Right? Okay. Went too far on that. Okay, but the final card that came out is the Star card, okay? And this is you destined to shine after your healing, after you get to this point that you're at the top of the mountain where you've done the work, after you've emerged the diamond, right? You shine. You shine. And you no longer have to go um, through the process of becoming. I mean, we're constantly evolving, but I'm just staying to the analogy, right? Of this time shift, this destined path, this soul plan that was yours right from the beginning, to be this star, to be that beacon on the other side of the pressure cooker, to let all the coal in all their various stages of cooking, that it's worth it, that that's part of it, that it can finish, it can complete, that you will become a diamond when you're done, right? And what this will do, this will inspire and encourage others to endure, to be resilient, to make it work, to adapt, to grow, to push through. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay, let's get an archetype. Let's get an archetype. And see what archetype is for us today. This reading. Who wants to come out? So it's people. Oh, boom. Boom. Who is it? Alethea. Alethea? Wow. Okay, and this is 50, 60, 77. Whew, 77. Althea, look at the balance. The light and the dark, the shadow. It's also giving me this yin yang, right? Beautiful. Yin yang, gorgeousness. Okay, well, I don't know. Althea, definitely in the back. 77. Oh, it's one of the initiations. Okay. There it is. Truth. Wow. Our soul recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Aletheia. 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 It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Aletheia. Aletheia. Dang it! By its contagiousness. When we hear somebody speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. Okay, star, diamond. The Alethea. Okay, so my mom's name is Thea, and people call her Thea, but it's Thea. This is Theia. What is that doing? Thea. Is it Thea? Alethea. Alethea. Okay. This card requires us to step towards an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. Wow. Yes. And look at all the little yin yangs. Yay. I don't know if that's visible. Okay. When in light, clarity, revelation, and disclosure. When in dark, distortions, gaslighting, and excuses. It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak falsity. In this light, practice seeing truth as a vibration. Ooh. And Picasso said, "We all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, at least the truth that is given us to understand." I don't know Picasso. I don't know his broad scope of art, right? His own art seems to be very true to that, I guess. Okay, let's get some love and macaroons. Oh, we're two-handed mixed today. Okay. Trust your intuition. Yes, this is where you're at right now. You are sitting in your throne of authenticity, of you-ness, your throne of you, your kingdom of you, and or your queendom, whatever, your royalty. Okay, gratitude. Yeah, I mean, be grateful for all of the things. Take time to recognize how far you've come, what you have access to, what you can do to be the beautiful shining star that you are. Okay. Do your own research. Yeah. Learn, grow, understand, educate, and do so from that place of truth being a vibration. There's so much information out there right now. And so it is up to you and your heart and your intuition to decide what you choose to believe in. And so choose from the heart. See through your knowing eye. Dance with your eyes closed. Yes, because there is trust, right? And you are worthy, beautiful, was just sitting on the Empress here. She has her eyes closed, right? There's a trust in the divine, this trust and blind faith in what is meant for you will be for you. And when you dance with your eyes closed, you are allowing this beautiful connection. You are feeling your body move. You're feeling the way the frequency of the sound and the music is affecting you and responding, and not being distracted by anything visual. This is a beautiful way of connecting and being one with your spiritual garden. Okay, some charms really quick. Getting to be long. Excellent. Okay, and something came into my eyeball. I've got a fluff or something in my eye. Okay, yin yang. Yes. This is the divine balance. This is divine justice. This is integration. This is wholeness. This is a diamond. You. Okay, we've got the kitty cat. So, divine intuition. This is your connection to your heart space, to your inner knowing, to your third eye. We've got the skull and crossbones, okay? And this is giving me the releasing of the old, the death of the old way of being, the death of the old timeline, the death of the coal life, right? Now you're going to be living the diamond life. And it's different. You're sharp. You're sharp. You're hard. You're something glistening and beautiful. You reflect sun differently. Just look at the properties between coal and diamond. Like it's like night and day. It's like black and white, right? This is that transition. This is that evolution. This is that progression. This is that time shift thingness. Okay, and last we have the dragonfly, which I wore my dragonfly today. Okay, so we got double dragonfly confirmations. So this could be a special relationship that is timeless because dragonflies have been around for a long, long time. And so this could be your divine connection with yourself, with your inner, with your spirit team, with your higher knowing, your heart and your mind, all of the things. This could be someone externally that is coming in, you know, your coal life, you were attracting a certain thing, a certain type based on your karmic wounds, based on the things you needed reflected back to you so that you can heal. That was all pressure cooker transformation stuff. Now you're a diamond. Now you're attracting a different type. You're attracting other diamonds, right? And so that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, there we have it. There's the reading for today, and it's not balanced. As you can see, I could have tried to make it so, but I didn't. And yes, because I wanted to keep the twos together here. So we've got all of the twos. But the most important things are said and done already. And this part is for you and your intuition to be activated energetically through visuals or to stimulate. This needs to be like that. Stimulate your own knowing and intuiting to fill in any blanks, right? These messages are meant to confirm for you what you already feel to be true. So it is. Love you, appreciate you. See you next time.